Okay, so I went to O'Reilly's and talked to the guys there, and one opinion is that it's probably not a fuse, and that it could be in the wiring or the actual switch where you turn the headlights on. Another thing is that I did some searching on YouTube, and someone whips out an old multimeter like this, which I happen to have, and you can test the light bulbs when they're disconnected from the leads in the car. So since I figured out how to disconnect the light bulbs yesterday, what I'm planning to do is go back out there, disconnect them, and test them. But before doing that, I wanted to make sure I knew how to test them. So I'm going to show you how to test them with the multimeter. So here's a basic old multimeter I got from Radio Shack back in the day. The setting that we're going to use today is that one in the middle. Looks kind of like an arrow pointing to the right, sort of smashed into a plus symbol. So we're going to turn it on, power button here, and then it goes to this .ol. We're going to use these lead wires. This one is labeled plus, positive, and then this one is not labeled minus, but I consider that negative or ground. Okay, so watch the screen here. I'm going to test a known good light bulb here. It's not a car light bulb, it's not a headlight, but it's a known good bulb I took out of a light fixture. We're going to touch the black lead to the side and the red lead to the end. Just hold it there and watch the numbers. 1.844. Take it away. Goes back to .ol. Okay. Next, we're going to test a known bad light bulb that blew out. Same test. Black wire on the side of the bulb and red wire to the end. And absolutely no change on the screen. So there's no current going through the bulb because it's not a complete circuit because it burned out. It's a bad bulb. So here we are at the Prius. The left low beam driver side is there. The right low beam passenger side is there. For the low beam on the driver's side, I have to reach way under here, turn it counterclockwise, and pull it out. So I'm going to do that now. Alright, so the cable isn't very long. To push together on the thing that you inserted into to release it. Okay, so it came out. There's the thing it plugs into. Okay, got our handy multimeter, and here goes our test. Let's turn it on. The black on one contact, the red on the other contact, and there's no readout. It appears the bulb is actually bad. So that's actually good news, I think. Changing a bulb is easier than getting wiring fixed. Now the one on the right side, or the passenger side, is actually harder to do because you pretty much have to take these two bolts out to move the whatever that is. Looks like a 10 millimeter. It's going to work. Have it on an extension and then a 1/2 inch to 1/4 inch adapter in there. You just gotta be careful not to drop the bolt in there into the car. Alright, got these safely stowed over by the ratchet set. And this is where it gets really awkward. So undo this hose a little bit. And lift this up. And I can reach around with this hand. And it's just way in the corner there. So I'm doing it counterclockwise and pull out. I got it. I did this yesterday, so that's how I know where to go to get this and how to do it. It's kind of got to pinch on the thing that plugs into the light bulb to release it. Very tight for someone with big hands. There we go. Pretty sure you could hear that. Okay. Got our tester again. Hopefully you can see that. And same test. You insert the red on the left contact and the black on the right contact. And once again, I'm not seeing any activity at all. It just says .ol. So that's what we saw when we had a known bad bulb attached. So I'm going to replace the bulbs. So here are the bulbs that the O'Reilly guy sold my wife for her 2012 Prius V, along with this bulb grease. And it says prevents bulbs from sticking and breaking. And you can see in the old bulb there is some of that grease in there already. So clearly it was used in the past. And if I look at the wiring harness, it's on there as well. So we'll be applying that in a moment. Here's just a quick side note. The package that I showed you earlier, it was actually the wrong bulbs. So the thing to make sure of is you look inside at the connectors inside it and make sure when you look at the package that they match. Sorry, I'm losing the light here. So per the instructions on the back, I'm going to put gloves on. I'm going to ask the guy at O'Reilly where to put the bulb grease. And he said a little bit on the left side, a little bit on the right side. You know, I think that's good enough. I'm not going to be a perfectionist about it. So now to reattach it to the harness. Okay, has a nice snap. Snapped right in. Now I'm going to reseat this one. Trick is locating the hole. You can do that with your one of your fingers, like your thumb. If you're holding it with your other fingers, turn it counterclockwise a bit so that it's in place. Then I'll turn it clockwise. And make sure it's flush against the surface. Now that went in solidly, so I think the left one is good. So let's do the right. Okay. Oh, it's getting so tricky. Reach underneath. Harness. Try not to get the bulb to touch anything. Okay, that's snapped into place. Real nice. Now find the opening. Just way over there. This one is just frankly awkward compared to the other one. Because I'm right-handed, and I'm not going to complain too much, but try to get it flush. Get in there. Come on. Okay, now. Nope. I know you're going to be a little stubborn one, aren't you? Okay, that took a while. Long story short, it was difficult. I'm right-handed. This is my weak hand. Took 2 bolts to take out. Held that up with, I guess, my right hand. And then left hand is to go under this bar here. There's actually another bar there. And then way around to the side. It's very cramped. And you have to try to level it out against the back of the fixture. You have it lefty-loosey it, and then righty-tighty. Okay, it's the moment of truth. I'm going to hop in and turn the lights on. Actually, don't even need to hop in. Yay! Alright. Success. I just have to put the 2 bolts back. And tighten them first. So can anything fall unexpectedly? I love the sound of a ratchet wrench. I actually took pictures after I seated them because I could not see. I could only just reach in there and feel. But I wanted to make sure that they were, level into the socket. So I got photographic evidence that I'll insert into the video so you can see that. So I want to show you the things I needed to do this. What we needed were, of course, the bulbs. This is the package for the new bulbs with the old bulbs in there just for show. I actually got the standard H11. In addition to the bulbs, we needed the bulb grease and just a little bit on the left side and the right side on each bulb by the contacts. Some gloves. These are just cheapo throwaway gloves. The important thing is to not touch the bulbs, the glass part. I had a handy LED headlamp. That was a big help. And my trusty old Radio Shack multimeter. So that's how I proved that the old bulbs were bad. Well, I hope this simple video helped someone out there replace the bulbs in their headlights on their 2012 Prius V. If you enjoyed this type of video, you might consider hitting like, subscribe if you haven't already, share it with a friend, etc., etc. So I appreciate you watching the video. Have a great rest of your day.